Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Soul Talk podcast, where we are going to explore how moving our bodies, whether through a walk, a run, or a stretch, can support emotional well being, clear the mind, and help us process life with more presence and purpose. I'm Mary Beth Rim, and I am your host, and I am thrilled to be here. I am also a lifelong believer in the quiet power of movement. So, in today's episode, we're starting at the beginning with a question that's simple but layered. Why do we move? Most of us think movement in terms of exercise, burning calories, building strength, checking off the box. But there's really a deeper dimension. Movement can be a form of healing. It can be a release valve for stress. It can reconnect us to our bodies when we've been living too much in our heads. It can even be a kind of prayer or a protest or play. So today, I invite you into a different relationship with movement, one that's not just about performance, but about presence. So I'm going to share a little bit about my story, my background. And so for me, that relationship started in the doctor's office. As a kid, I was sick a lot. Went to doctor visits, missed school days, and then there was this looming reality of having open heart surgery at age 10. I was born with a congenital heart disease called ventricle septal defect, which is VSD for short. Basically, what that is a hole in the heart and a valve blockage. And the doctors had told me and compared the hole in the heart to the size of a $50. So imagine telling a child that you have this hole in your heart the size of this $50. It's like, wow. But because of that, I was restricted from physical activity, any kind of physical activity. I couldn't participate in any kind of physical contact, no contact sports, no gym class. I spent recess on the sidelines watching other kids play dodgeball, climb ropes, run laps around the playground, play on the monkey bars. I didn't understand it then, but that sense of not being able to move really kind of created a hunger, a longing to be free in my body. So after my surgery, I began to heal, but that early experience really planted something in me. I learned the body is fragile, but it's also incredibly powerful. And that movement, when I was finally able and allowed to do it, wasn't something that I took for granted. So when I started middle school, I discovered sports. I enjoyed playing basketball. And yes, even at 4'6", 4'7", I haven't grown a whole lot since then because I'm still 4'8.5". I also played softball, and I also played on a boys baseball team, and I loved it. And in basketball, I was actually a really decent 3-point shooter. And I also held my own at the plate because I also, for 2 years, 3 years in a row, I actually made the all-star team in softball. So I was actually a pretty decent player. So, but I also played tennis. I also played golf, played field hockey. I didn't run at that time, was not really actually a runner, but I didn't start running actually until I was about 47. I never really thought running was really an activity that I would really enjoy. Never really thought of it as any kind of an activity that I could actually sustain. And so when I started running, I didn't start just with a 5K, 3.1 miles. Like most people, they have a program that goes from couch to 5K. But not me, because I ended up signing up for this half marathon. So I went from couch to half marathon, which is 13.1 miles. And how that came about was my daughter and her friend called me on the phone and talked me into signing up, and my husband, for this Disney World half marathon back in 2011. And I told her at the time, I was like, I can't even walk me, from the door to get the mail, and you want me to run how many miles? But I trained, I downloaded a training plan, I signed up, I showed up, and I actually finished the race in plenty of time because at Disney, they have like this cutoff point, and if you don't make pace by a certain mileage, then you kind of get swept up by the bus. And that was something that I did not want to do. I wanted to finish. And when I finished, it was just an incredible, amazing experience. And then after that, something really shifted. I fell in love, not with the pace or the pressure, but with what running actually really gave me. It gave me my life back. It gave me space to think, to feel emotions, and also to be me. I found myself through running. So now I run, I run with my husband, and it's something that we actually share together. We train together. We travel for events. We cheer each other on. It's become part of our rhythm. It's become my rhythm, the rhythm of my life. But more than that, it's become a part of who I am as a person. And running and movement in general has helped me work through grief, anxiety, anger, depression, and overwhelm. Some of my clearest thoughts actually have come mid run. Some of my deepest peace has come on a quiet morning walk. And that's what I want you to consider today. What does movement mean to you? Maybe for you, it's about energy, getting your blood flowing to feel more alive. Maybe it's about clarity, walking off a difficult conversation that you've had with somebody, or walking off a stress filled day at work. Maybe it's about grounding, coming back into your body after feeling so disconnected or numb. Maybe your body has been through like an illness or a trauma, burnout, and movement feels like reclaiming something that was lost. Whatever your reason, it's valid. You don't have to earn it, you don't have to justify it. You just get to move. Your why might evolve over time, and that's okay. It's not about miles or medals or shirts or swag. It's really about showing up for yourself step by step. And it doesn't have to look like running marathons. You don't have to. You don't have to run any events. It might be stretching in the morning, walking your dog, dancing in the kitchen, or doing laps around your living room with your favorite playlist on. I do that quite a bit, and I do that with my granddaughter. And I'll tell you what, that is pure joy. So today, I invite you to pause for a moment, take a deep breath, ask yourself, why do I move? And if I'm not moving as much as I'd like, what might help me begin again? Movement doesn't have to be all or nothing. It doesn't need to be perfect. You don't need any fancy apps or any training plans. Sometimes it just starts with really putting one foot in front of the other and listening to what your body needs. In this season on Soul Talk, we'll dive deeper into the relationship between movement, mental health, and the stories that we actually carry in our bodies. We'll talk about running, rest, aging, energy, trauma, and most important, resilience, and how movement can be a bridge between healing in every season of your life. So I want to thank you for taking the time to listen and also for taking this first step with me. I am so glad that we're on this path together. Until next time, move with intention, move with heart, and know that your steps matter.